Yo, what is up, Jets Nation? We are live here on Jets Media. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Monday. It is not Victory Monday for the New York Jets at all, actually. The Jets got absolutely destroyed. And as you guys know, I was there at the game yesterday, so wasn't really able to do much content yesterday, so now we're live here across social media, and we're going to be breaking down everything you need to know about that game yesterday. Again, when I go to these games, it kind of messes up my entire routine of content. It absolutely does.
Right, hold on one sec. We got the mic connected, wrong mic, but now we're good. We're go. Welcome on in, everybody. We are live here on Jets Media. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Let me know if you guys can hear me all right, because as you all know, when I go to these games, it messes up my routine of covering the games, and it kind of puts me in a loop. I'm used to going live for the entire game. I'm used to making a video directly after the game and doing all that fun stuff, but that was not the case yesterday. So now this is technically the first time I'm talking to you guys since the end of that game yesterday, and I got a lot to say. I got a lot to get off my chest to you guys, so welcome on in, everybody. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Monday. We're live all across the internet right now, and being at that game was brutal. Because of the weather, because of the performance, it's just not what you like to see. It really isn't. But good morning, everybody. And JD the Great wants to remind me that I lost in fantasy. It's all good, JD the Great. I clinched. I wasn't trying. But congrats to you, JD. But welcome on in, everybody. My name's Richie. We're live here. We're live on TikTok, actually, when I'm never live on TikTok. So if you guys want to go over to TikTok, go to Jets Media. We're live on TikTok at the same time. Do you guys like seeing your boy live on TikTok? Because I'm never live on TikTok. So shout out to the chat on TikTok. Shout out to the chat on Instagram. Shout out to the chat on X. Shout out to the chat on YouTube. And shout out to the chat on Facebook. We're live on every single platform. But let's get into all the things that happened in yesterday's game here. All right, brought to you by Sleeper. As you all know, Sleeper is the proud sponsor of the channel. They continue to do so all season long. Use that code JETS when you sign up today. Using that code will get you a 100% deposit match up to $100, folks. So don't forget to use that code for your Monday night picks. Click that link and enjoy free cash. But please do me a favor, folks, and bet responsibly if you do sign up for Sleeper. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. We got my boy Nizzy in the chat on Instagram. Yo, I'm the kid you met before the game with the jacket. I remember you, man. The one thing I do like going to the games is meeting you guys in person, man. It was a good time meeting, Jets fans and Roundtable fans and getting an opportunity to talk with you folks. I do enjoy that. I'm not going to lie. I do enjoy that. I enjoy meeting the fans of the channel. I'm meeting fellow Jets fans like myself. So there's a lot of good energy on that element. But let's lower down the music a little bit and get deeper into what happened yesterday. We got a super chat from my boy Sir Brooks II. Was at the game at 134 row 4. Best seats I've ever had to watch a complete dumpster fire of a performance. Excuse me. Dolphins moved whenever they wanted. Sad. Yeah, bro. It was a sad game. Sad. Sad. When I'm rarely at games. As you guys know, I don't go to a lot of Jets games. The only games I go to is when I'm throwing an event. And the reason for that is because I like to go live for the games. I like to interact with you guys during games and react live. I don't really go to a lot of games. And, of course, the games I've been to this year, they lost both of them. And what an absolute joke of a game, man. Starting off in that first quarter was just pathetic, man. It was really tough to witness that experience live. Oh boy, but shout out to my boy Sir Brooks. We were there together, brother. We were there together. But there's some things I wanted to break down in today. Brady Cook made his NFL debut, which I mean, I'm not going to say it came out of nowhere. We all kind of saw it coming when he was announced as the backup, but I didn't really know he was going to get out there and be the guy right away. Tyrod goes out immediately. So let me know in the chat right now, what was your overall impressions of Mr. Brady Cook? Let me know in the chat, what was your overall impressions of Mr. Brady Cook in his NFL debut? Because I feel like what he did yesterday was interesting, to say the least. Thrown out there in an interesting scenario where you have Tyrod goes out in the first quarter, and now with no run game and no weapons around him doing anything, he goes out there and plays like that. Now, there's a lot of things that did not go his way around him. Drop passes, no run game. But you can say that throughout the entire season. Justin Fields did not have a lot of receivers helping him out, even though he did have Garrett Wilson early on in the season. He did not have a good run game. He did not have a great offensive line. Same thing with Tyrod Taylor. So the evaluation of Brady Cook has to be consistent with the same thing throughout the whole season of who was at quarterback. The wide receiver position should be ashamed of themselves, man. All week, we were excited potentially of the idea of A.D. Mitchell and John Mechie. They both stunk yesterday. Absolutely stunk. So that's not good. That's not good. So you guys let me know your thoughts. What was your overall reaction to Brady Cook's NFL debut? He had 2 interceptions. And I don't know, man. It wasn't a great day for him. Let's just keep it a buck. John Mechie drops a touchdown pass, bro. You can't drop that. There's so many drops. He wasn't like, for an undrafted free agent rookie, it's hard to really evaluate him and think that he's coming out of this game and you think he's just trash. Like, that's not how I look at it. I'm definitely not coming away thinking like this guy's unplayable. On the surface, it looks like that. I mean, he lost 2 fumbles. He did not lose them, actually. They recovered it. Breece Hall recovered 1. He recovered his own. And then he had 2 interceptions. But I feel like if you give him more chances. But let's also keep it a buck, man. I'm not looking at Brady Cook as anything. I'm not expecting him to do much. I'm not looking at Brady Cook like, Brady Cook, maybe he's the savior. No, that's not what I'm looking at, bro. I'm not. But let's just be honest, man. A.D. Mitchell and John Mechie had a chance to kind of prove to us that maybe they can be big pieces of this offense moving forward. And they're not proving that. I think that they're proven to be like part of the depth, part of the backups. Number 3, number 4 receivers. And that's okay because the Jets are going into the offseason with Garrett Wilson, which, by the way, don't even play Garrett for the rest of the year, bro. We all love Garrett Wilson. No reason to put him out there. No reason to risk another injury. You have Garrett Wilson. You have all the capital to draft a receiver. And you have the capital to sign a receiver. And you have Mitchell. And you have Mechie. So, interesting stuff there. Breece Hall, I mean, listen, a game where you had Devon Achane run all over the Jets. I mean, I don't know what was going on that first quarter. The Jets just absolutely were so bad at running the football and stopping the run. If you are in December and you cannot stop the run and you cannot run the football yourselves, it is going to be a long day for you. And that's just a fact. That's just a fact. But guys, if you're tuning into the show on YouTube, do me a favor, smash the like button. Only 14 likes. We can do way better than that. Shout out to the people live on TikTok as well. And shout out to the people live on Instagram as well. And on X. There's a lot of people tuning in on Facebook. We appreciate it. But folks, wherever you are, hit the like button. I would genuinely appreciate that. All right, let's go. We got some gifts being sent out. I'm new to this TikTok thing. All right, so if you guys can watch me on TikTok, let me know how these gifts even work. Metro was selling the whole game. Yeah. Mechie was dropping passes. A.D. Mitchell was dropping passes. It was brutal. Not a great look right there. Not a great look. Okay? Not the greatest look for the Jets receiver room. But Make sure you guys hit that like button. And the linebackers on defense, exactly, bro. The linebackers on defense was abysmal, bro. The linebackers on defense was absolutely abysmal, bro. Not a good thing. So I think that you look around this football team, we had one good thing go for us, and that was special teams. Special teams is the only thing that has been consistent for this squad all year. That's it. That is it. And it's been that way pretty much all season. You look at this football team, you have three phases of the ball, right? One of the three phases has been borderline historic. Like, the Jets special teams unit is not just good. They're as good as they've ever been. NFL historically good. So I think that what we're seeing is one of the three phases of the ball, which is special teams, play really good football. Like, actually fantastic football. But then when you look out and you look at the other phases, the offense and the defense, it couldn't have been worse yesterday, bro. And that's why you can't really be super excited about the trajectory of the special teams when you have the offense and defense playing that level, that incompetent. So that's where everything gets a little messy. That's where things get a little messy, right? So if you guys want to call into the show, the link is live on YouTube. Come over to the YouTube show, and you guys can get on the show to talk with me. It was a big weekend, though. Like, a lot of things happened that's related to the New York Jets that we need to be talking about, which is, of course, Fernando Mendoza beating Ohio State, Indiana, kind of solidifying him as the Heisman, maybe even solidifying him as the number one overall pick in this draft. We have the Indianapolis Colts losing again, Daniel Jones getting injured, which could mean that the Jets' draft pick with the Colts is only going to get better and better. You have the Saints winning, you have the Titans winning, and the Jets losing. So, interesting stuff on this situation going on with the Jets. Because Brady Cook going out there at quarterback with Justin Fields like officially done as the Jets. Like, this offseason is going to be so big. Arguably the biggest offseason in a long time. Now, it's hard to say that because then you think about the Jets a few years ago when we had 2 first-round picks in the top 10 and all these different things. The Jets always have big offseasons coming up, but this one's different. And there's an argument to have about what the Jets do at quarterback. Shout out to people in the chat. Raphael on TikTok. Your live streams are awesome. If you guys want me to do more lives on TikTok, let me know. I'm never live on TikTok. I don't even know if this is even coming in good quality, but we're live on TikTok, folks. I'm a boomer when it comes to TikTok. I don't know if you guys know that. It's funny. I feel like an old man. But hey, we're here. What was I saying, though? Yeah, the quarterback situation. The quarterback situation. There's such a big argument. We're going to have this argument all offseason. But do the New York Jets do everything in their power to trade up for a quarterback, or do they stay put, fill out the roster with talent, so that whatever quarterback they do bring in eventually is coming into a bigger and better situation? That's a big, big, big debate. Because this is how I look at it. It's either all the treasure chest of draft picks the Jets have right now. You either package all of it, not all of it literally, but a lot of it, for the first overall pick to draft Fernando Mendoza. And then Fernando Mendoza is your quarterback. But then you don't really have a lot of resources to add more talent around him. Or you stay put, you draft a weapon, you draft a defensive player, you use all the assets without trading, you fill out the roster, you get a bridge, and then in 2027, that quarterback that you can draft is coming into a legit situation that you could be excited about. Because you need to be able to draft your quarterback into a spot. Like, look at Cam Ward right now in the Titans. Yes, they got a win yesterday, but that guy is the first overall pick in an absolute trash situation. Zach Wilson with the Jets was in that same situation. Sam Darnold with the Jets was in the same situation. But if the Jets can figure out a way, like I love Fernando Mendoza, man. I'm definitely all in on him. I am all in on Mr. Fernando Mendoza. I think that he is somebody that you can sell me on, for sure. You can sell me on Fernando Mendoza. 100%. But I think that right now, it's going to be an interesting debate. We got a long way to go. What would say the Giants get the first overall pick? What is the price that the Jets would have to pay to trade up? Depends where the Jets are at. The Jets got the ammo, but especially after what Mendoza did, if you can, just package maybe, I would love to avoid giving up that second first-round pick for the Colts. But, hey, and I get it. Well, Richie, this is why the Jets should be losing and not winning for better draft picks. Folks, none of that matters. The Jets should be doing this. Jets should be doing that. Enough of that. I still cannot stand some people that are just so hyper-fixated on thinking that they have any impact about what happens on the football field. Oh, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that Falcons win. Oh, yeah, like us fans, we went out there and won the game? What? Oh, yeah. The fans, we went out there and beat the Falcons. No, the Jets did that, not us. There's just this weird divide amongst our fans of, I don't believe in culture wins, or I want to tank. And, whatever happens on whatever side, they attack the other side. Bro, newsflash, no matter how you root for your team, has zero impact about what happens, brothers and sisters. Come on. Wake up. So that's why I go into every game with a clean slate, expecting nothing and hoping for everything. So that's how I always go about it. And I think that you look around this Jets team, they're fighting. They're clawing. 4 games left. And then we're done for the year. And then we can figure it out. Because I don't know how many times I have to say it, but you rooting for a win or rooting for a loss has zero impact about what happens on the football field. So why stress out about it? And then you have the section of people that are rooting for losses, but then when they start struggling, they're like, this team sucks. They're trash. I don't know. I think the Jets being bad fuels them more than anything. Titans did buns last season, got the number 1 draft pick, and are still buns. I don't know, Spidey Moons. You're right about that. If you guys can grab Burrow and protect him, yeah, I'm going to stop there. We're not grabbing Joe Burrow. He's not going anywhere. But I would love that, King Jamie. You can only dream. You can only dream about that. Right? But we're live here on Jets Media. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button if you did not already on your way into the show. Wild stuff around the NFL this past weekend. You have Shedeur Sanders going off but losing. You have the Buffalo Bills beating the Cincinnati Bengals. You have the Chiefs. The Chiefs are done, bro. They're 6-7. The Chiefs. How about that? The Colts plummeting, which directly benefits the Jets, which is great. Absolutely great. So I think Aaron Glenn's speaking with the media right now, so let's tune into what Mr. Head Coach Aaron Glenn has to say. Let's go. All right, Aaron Glenn's at the podium, and let's hear what Mr. Aaron Glenn has to say today.
I don't feel any different, even from getting a chance to watch the tape. Very disappointed on how we coached, on how we played. Totally was disappointed on the way that we were trending in a good direction, and we just hit this roadblock. And now as coaches and players, we have to get back to it. We got to flush this game, really talk about what our issues were, and move into the direction of getting ready to go play against a team that's playing very, very well right now.
So Aaron Glenn's holding himself, holding his coaching staff, and holding pretty much everybody accountable, which is what you like to see. But I think that there was a lot of issues yesterday, man. It's hard to really nitpick exactly which one it was. A lot of issues yesterday. All right? There was a lot of issues yesterday. Wasn't just one or the other. Brady Cook, man. Let's hear what he had to say after the game. He spoke to the media after his NFL debut.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And however the reps shake out this week, next week I'm going to be ready to play. Whether the starter, whether the backup, whether the third string, it doesn't matter. I'm going to be ready to play, ready to win the Jets a football game.
Well, I like Brady Cook's personality. I think he has a good head on his shoulders. I think that he showed me some interesting abilities, if you will say that nicely. But at the end of the day, he's got to be better. He knows that. And I think that only time will tell if he's going to be able to be the guy moving forward or not. And when I say moving forward, I don't know. You guys let me know. Do you think there's a world where it's tough? Do you think there's a world where Brady Cook finishes out the season and actually starts playing decent football, or what? What do you guys think? Is there a world where he goes out there and starts playing better football? Let me know your thoughts right now, chat, because I think that at the end of the day, the Jets need a quarterback that knows what he's doing to finish out the season. Well, I think the real thing comes from this, right? The real thing is Tyrod healthy or not? That's number one. Is Tyrod Taylor healthy or not? I don't think he's going to be healthy, based off what I'm seeing. So, only time will tell. But let's get into some callers and hear from Jets fans across the world. All right. First up, we got V-Man. What's up, V-Man? Welcome to the show.
What's up, Richie? I didn't get to catch much of the game because I come back. I literally was passed out after work, working the graveyard shift. So, but I saw enough to understand it was a dumpster fire performance.
Yeah, it was, man. Not a good game for you to miss. Say that nicely.
I I want to talk about this because I see this and I've seen this debate in the fandom in the Jets media, in the Jets fandom. No, you don't wait till 2027 to get a quarterback. The future is uncertain. And we saw this. I mean, we played this exact game.
Yeah.
Almost 10 years ago and got burned for it.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna get a quarterback next year. It's just a matter of what avenue.
I know what I'm saying. I'm saying you got to draft a quarterback. That's what I'm saying, because we got burned waiting for like the next draft class that we thought was going to be better, and we got nothing. And it flamed out for us. And look, what I'm saying is, look, number one, you have a rough idea of what the 2027 quarterback class is going to be. A rough idea, not an exact idea, a rough idea.
Yeah. Players
can flame out. Players can suddenly say, "Hey, I think I'm going to stay in college, give college another year," so what you think could be going into as a strong quarterback class can suddenly shrink very quickly, and then the talent is not what you thought it was. And then secondly, what are the odds? We know the Jets next year in 2027 are not going to be picking in the top. They're not going to be picking in the top 5, because if you load up on talent and you're missing a quarterback, you're probably picking 10. You're going to picking beyond 10. Let's say. Let's just say for. And what are the odds you're going to find 2 teams in the top 5 already have a quarterback and are going to be willing to make a deal with you to trade?
I know it's a risk. It's definitely a risk.
It's an unnecessary risk, because look, once you get that, because look, the Jets' offense for the most part is set. You have the offensive line to protect the quarterback. That's the most important thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like where it was with Sam Darnold, where you had nothing, where there was nothing in front of him. He was getting pounded all the time, and got the yips. And then the other thing that I like, and I am with you, I'm a big fan of Mendoza, because I think he's the opposite of every quarterback the Jets have drafted since 2000.
Yeah.
where every quarterback that gets where Sanchez, Geno Smith, Sam Darnold, Zach Wilson, the big draw for them as prospects was their athletic abilities, was their arm talent, their mobility,
Yeah.
the physical attributes. Where Mendoza, it's the mental side of
And
the
that's
game,
everything.
which is what the Jets have lacked since Chad Pennington. Like the last time they had a quarterback that had a high QB acumen was Chad Pennington. And when he was healthy, he was arguably the best quarterback the Jets have fielded in the 21st century.
No, I agree. And I agree with everything you're saying, V-Man. And I appreciate the call, my friend. Shout out to V-Man in the chat. He is right about a lot of things. I love Fernando Mendoza for everything he just mentioned. The mental is everything. Upstairs. I've been saying this about quarterbacks since I started covering the Jets on YouTube. It's all about mental. If you fall in love with the physical traits, it's like, okay, well, is it going to connect to the mind or not? Because if it doesn't, then it's all going to fall apart. You need to be able to have a command of yourself, confidence in yourself, a natural-born leader, understanding coverages, understanding leverage, understanding timing, pocket presence, awareness. Fernando Mendoza got all that, bro. But there is an interesting debate to be had, though. Because, first of all, I mean, there's so much to this. This is a topic you can talk about for hours. But number one, when the Jets are evaluating their quarterbacks this season in the draft, are they in love with Fernando Mendoza or not? That we don't know. Are the Jets coming away from their evaluation of Fernando Mendoza like, yep, we got to do whatever it takes to get this guy? Because if that's how they feel, then yeah, you do whatever you take to get him. But if they don't feel that way, then you don't trade everything for him. There's other quarterbacks that I'm sure say the Jets love Dante Moore, and he goes to the draft, and he's available for them. Picking number 5, say the Jets finish 5th in the draft this year. What if you don't have to trade? Would you rather trade all your assets up to number 1 for Mendoza, or stay at 5, keep your picks, and draft the second best quarterback in the draft? So there's so many options. Or you don't draft the quarterback this year. You go after a bridge. You draft one in the mid-rounds. You fill out the roster. It's an interesting spot because the problem is that I think many people need to realize the New York Jets are not a quarterback away from everything being solved. And I think that's the thing that people need to realize. We're not just one QB away and now everything's done. Everything's great. I don't think the Jets would be winning next year with a great quarterback because the Jets don't really have a lot around the quarterback on offense and on defense. That's how I look at it. But there's a lot of debates that we can get into. We got our super chat from my boy, Robbie Bobby 420, $10 super chat. Yo, Richie, hope you're doing great, man. That game was rough to watch, but had a good time being at the game. Well, let's hope for a better next year. Keep being awesome, Richie. Well, Robbie Bobby 420, I appreciate the super chat. $10 super chat here on YouTube. Thank you so much, my friend. It was awesome being at the game too, but, going on the field after the game is always a pleasure, doing all that fun stuff, but I want to see a win, bro. I want to go on that football field after a dub. Maybe one day. Thank you for the super chat, Robbie Bobby 420. Cannot thank you enough, my friend. Charles Gorman just became a membership of the channel. Shout out to my boy, Charles Gorman, lurking in the chat. That makes me want to give away 5 free memberships. Shout out to JD the Great, Super Dave, Spidey, Space, and Buff Dad for becoming members of Jets Media. Congratulations to you guys. You guys now get emojis to use in the chat. Aaron Glenn emojis, Darren Muji emojis, Jets Media emojis. You can use my face. We have Sauce Gardner and Quinton Williams emojis that I have to get rid of. Got to replace those. We'll see. Yo, I need to try to go on the field next time I go. Yeah, man, come through with me and I'll get you on the field. Man. But there's a lot of interesting things happening around this football team. So, not a lot of positive things. So that's why I want to give back to you guys by simply giving back some memberships for free for you guys to have. Because why not? Let's get back into some things that are Aaron Glenn is saying to the media as we speak right now. he has an update on Garrett Wilson. Let's see what he had to say about Mr. Garrett Wilson's return.
Those conversations will be with the doc and going to be with Garrett. And, once we nail down those conversations, a decision will be made after that.
So, not really a big update, but Aaron Glenn basically says we got to wait to hear from the doc and wait to hear from Garrett before we talk about the return of Garrett Wilson. I don't know if it's even a positive to have Garrett Wilson back, bro. I really don't. I think it's just at this point, let him heal up, get ready for next year. But let's hear from Aaron Glenn about Brady Cook and his evaluation after watching the tape.
I thought Brady did some good things. Listen, he was put in a tough situation, and it's always tough for a backup quarterback to actually go in and get the rhythm that he needs from not getting as many reps as you want to get during the week. But I thought he had truly command of the offense. I thought he really had truly command of the huddle with the players. Again, it's a tough situation because of the score at that point put him in a situation where he had to drop back and throw the ball probably a bit more than we wanted him to. But I thought he handled that well. I thought Brady did some good things.
And if the people that are on TikTok, they're asking me in the chat, I cannot hear it. Come over to YouTube. That's where you can hear everything. As you can see right here, we're live on TikTok, but I don't know how to connect all this stuff onto TikTok. So you're going to have to come over to YouTube, type in Jets Media, find the live stream if you want to hear all the videos and the media I'm playing and the call-in show. But, Aaron Glenn's coming a little bit impressed. He was put in a tough spot. I mean, that's just true. He was put in a tough spot, no doubt about it. But I think that the Jets, we'll see if he's the quarterback moving forward or not. We shall see. Unpopular take, Garrett's overrated in my opinion. He's too thin and small. Now, him being too thin and small, that's why you think he's overrated? Because if you look at the production, it has not held him back at all. This is his first year being injured, first of all. Garrett Wilson had 3 straight seasons of playing every single game. And you calling him overrated because he's too thin and small makes absolutely no sense. The guy's had over 1,000 yards in his first 3 seasons in the NFL with absolutely terrible quarterbacks. Rookie of the year. Biggest catch of his last year's catch was ridiculous. He's a highlight reel ready to happen. Separation, elasticity. The guy that being super small in your eyes is able to go out there and win 50-50 balls. So if I need a little bit more for you to think that he's just too thin and small. There's a lot of receivers out there that are quote-unquote thin and small that are very good. So I disagree wholeheartedly. And yeah, you're right. That is an unpopular take because I don't think anyone would agree with that. I don't. Colts top 15 pick incoming, which is big, bro. We need that Colts pick to keep getting better and better, baby. Let's do it. Salute to my boy. Outlaws in the chat. How you doing, man? The line of wide receivers didn't help Cook. No. They haven't really helped the quarterbacks all season, if we're keeping a buck. Justin Fields wasn't helped out, and no one else. Let's do it. Warren Thomas on Facebook. And he's not had a legit number 2 receiver to accompany him. He has not. I mean, and then last year was an interesting one. The Jets trade for Devontae Adams, right? And that's where was interesting because Devontae is obviously the better receiver, Hall of Famer. And that added a little bit of a weird dynamic. That's a crazy take. Do you know the quarterback that Garrett Wilson was dealing with and he still got over 1,000? Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't even want to entertain that ridiculous take, to be honest. We're missing Garrett big time right now, this offense. And that's as obvious as ever. That's as obvious as ever. Having Daniel Jones go down as an extreme positive for us. Colts will be the worst team in 2027. Thanks for the picks, Indy. We'll see. I get Draw Mayo vibes from Glenn, but it's only been 1 year. Yeah, I mean, I don't really see the Gerard Mayo comparisons because, first of all, the Jets literally don't have a quarterback. I mean, last year you guys had Drake May as a rookie. We don't have a quarterback. Like, it's hard to evaluate a coach in my eyes until you get him a legit quality quarterback. The Jets don't have a quality quarterback. Their quarterback room is abysmal. And, of course, yeah, they're the ones that picked them, but they got to get a quarterback in the offseason, whether it's a good bridge or a good rookie. Come on. Hear me out. We build out the New York Buckeyes. Caleb Downs, Cornell Tate, welcome to the Jets. Yeah, I mean, that's an argument. That's an argument, but I don't know. We had a long offseason debate about that. But a big concern I had yesterday was indeed the Jets' running attack. Like, where was the rush game? I mean, Breece Hall, bro, every time he got the rock, there was nowhere to run. And then you see the Dolphins run the ball, and you just see a wide open hole every single time. I mean, the difference between the Dolphins' running attack and the Jets' running attack was just ridiculous. The Dolphins were run blitzing, and they were all over it. They were stacking the box, and the Jets were trying to run on a loaded box, and it was just absolutely bad. So, Garrett Wilson is the MVP of this whole Jets team. I believe game could have been better with him there, but let's let him rest. Yeah, I agree. I mean, we're missing Garrett Wilson so bad. Trust me. I know. Oh, man. I like Garrett Wilson, but I would like a good bully wide receiver like DK Metcalf. You would prefer DK Metcalf over Garrett Wilson? I don't know. Garrett's a true number one, man. He's hurt. Let's just not forget that. And let's not pretend that he's an injury-prone receiver. This is his first time ever being injured. He played 17 games in his first 3 seasons. Let's not forget. Let's not forget. Okay? And when you have a quarterback like Brady Cook, like, the offense was completely trash yesterday for this reason, right? Brady Cook goes out there. The Dolphins' defense has no worries of Brady Cook beating them over the top. So what did they do? They load the box to stop the run and force Brady Cook to throw the ball. And when he tried to throw the ball, failed. Whether it was drop passes, whether it was Brady Cook taking sacks or fumbling. I mean, that's just stopping an inexperienced quarterback 101. You stop because the best possible scenario for a young quarterback is to have a run game to help, to lean on the run game. Wasn't the case. So that's really what it comes down to. Let's hear from Aaron Glenn on the quarterback situation right now.
That's what these first couple of days are for. You know, talking to the players and talking to the docs and see exactly where we're at. And the guy that's going to give us the best chance to win, that guy will have the most reps. That's what.
All right, so we don't know who's going to be the quarterback yet. We're back to the situation of, will Tyrod be practicing? Will he not be practicing? Will he be playing? Will he not be playing? So now we have to get a big opportunity to see what's going to happen at the quarterback spot. Let's hear some positive things about special teams from Mr. Aaron Glenn.
Even on kickoff return, man, you see those guys go out there. They're excited to go out there because, again, they have a belief that Kane and Isaiah will score as long as they just do their job and sustain their blocks.
The fact that we have 2 returners in Williams and Kane that are that dynamic, it really is unbelievable. And I believe they're both under contract next year. At least if they're not, they better be, because they better resign those guys, because those guys need to be here next year and beyond. Let's see. Isaiah Williams, he's under contract next year. So Isaiah Williams will not be going anywhere next year. He's under contract for a very cheap amount. And then Kane, I think he's a free agent, actually. Yeah, so Kane is a unrestricted free agent. If I'm the Jets, I bring back Kane Nwangwu. You got Isaiah Williams, and you got your 2 returners. Special teams, don't sleep on it. It's an important element of the sport, folks. I promise you that. I can promise you that. I'm intrigued, man. I'm intrigued to see how Brady Cook continues to progress, but we'll see. John Simpson, Jets starting left guard, is talking to the media. This is what he had to say about Brady Cook's performance yesterday. Let's take a listen.
Once he's kind of settled down, I thought he came in and was poised. He kind of demanded the attention of the huddle the way he came in and was just like, I guess you could say like he was kind of ready for the moment, in my opinion. He was kind of like I didn't feel like the moment was too big for him. Obviously, we still got some things we got things to improve on as an offense and overall, but I feel like the way he came in and I feel like his confidence in the huddle, definitely you could definitely see it.
That's important. The confidence in the huddle, the command is everything, because there's a lot of times quarterbacks go out there and they don't have a command of things. And right there, you're just done. Like, you don't even try. If you don't got confidence, if you don't have command, then you don't belong being a quarterback. Like, being a quarterback in the NFL is such a difficult spot. And if you come out there with poise and confidence, that's step one. Without that step, you can't skip that step. Without that step, it's all going to fall apart. So that's cool, but it didn't really translate to much production. So let's hope that now we got the monkey off his back got his debut. If he's projected to start this coming week, maybe that's a positive that the Jets can build on. Who knows? I like what I saw in Cook. For someone to be thrusted into a situation, he did what he could. If the wide receivers didn't drop the balls, the score would have been closer. Not a win, but closer. Yeah, it's true. It is true. He's got to clean up the fumbles as well. On that 3rd and short, the Jets had a chance to get that first down. He fumbles a snap, and then he had another fumble. So he's got to clean up the fumbles. That's for sure. That's no doubt about it. Good morning, DD. Congrats on your win, brother. Astral, salute to you, brother. Appreciate you tuning in as always. Cook should start. Let him have a full week of practice with the first team. Yeah, I agree. We'll see. Does AVT return on a prove-it contract? I think this offensive line is good enough to build with. I definitely think that AVT should return on a prove-it deal, but that's up to AVT and his camp to want to do that. The Jets got to have someone behind him, though, to be prepared for an injury, because we all cannot rely on him to start for a full season. But AVT, it's definitely not a talent issue. It's an availability issue with that boy. Let's get into some more callers. We got Lissell up next. What up, Lissell?
What's good, man? What's good, man?
What's up?
I will say, man, when I saw that we were getting blown out, I was kind of like, you know what? Let me go and do my work. I don't need to worry about this game.
Yep.
It got really bad real fast. I felt bad for you guys, to be honest. I wish I was there to just be there and pump up a little bit. But yo, it was getting worse and worse and worse the whole entire time. I can't lie. And then just to go piggyback on what V-Man said, like, I kind of agree with him. You can't just push getting drafting a quarterback back and back, because what if the same thing happens in 2027, where where some of the prospects that everyone was glossing over has like a horrible year, and now that guy ain't good, and then one of the top prospects say, you know what, I'm gonna stay one more year. You know, it's just kind of It's just, I don't think you could just continue pushing, drafting a quarterback back and back and back, because it's just, and then you're saying it's never happening.
Yeah, I agree. And I appreciate the call, Lissell. I think that's going to be a debate that we're going to have all offseason long about the quarterback spot, whether you draft one this year, draft one next year. It's December 8th. I don't want to spend too much time debating it right now, because we have still games to play, still games to watch. We have playoffs not to participate in as Jets fans, but to enjoy as NFL fans. And then free agency, and then draft. Ooh, we got a long way to go. I agree with that. It should be a prove-it deal with AVT. I agree. Listen, I'm not judging Aaron Glenn until we start spending in the offseason. This season is all about who's getting who's going to continue and fit the culture going forward. Aaron Glenn still hasn't got the players. Yeah, he's got a little bit of the players, but not enough. That's for sure. I hear you guys. I hear you. Oof. Well, we got a video uploading later today about the deep truth about what's going on with this football team, so stay tuned for that, folks. But we're going to wrap up this show right now. Hope you guys enjoyed the live the day after. Hope you guys have a great Monday. We got some roundtable shows planned and a lot of interesting stuff happening here across the channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, we were live across all the media platforms, so we appreciate you guys tuning in. And enjoy the rest of your day. You guys are awesome. You guys are epic. Keep your heads high. We got a big-time off-season to come. Big-time off-season to come. So hit that like button on your way out, folks. I appreciate you all tuning in. I'm out. And LaSalle with the super chat, the buzzer. Brady Cook did well. I don't think he's ready. You never know. Maybe he's ready next week. Astral with the peace sign. Hey, that's me. From last night. From yesterday. Look at that. Astral's off the chain. Took this photo of me and TD yesterday. That's funny. Look at that. Appreciate you being there, brother. It was great to have you there. I'm out, folks. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace out.